Welcome to the Better Questions Podcast, a show where we dare to go deeper. We are opening space for more honest conversation, slow, meaningful insights in a fast-moving world. Every week we pick a topic and sit down with thinkers, doers, and challengers, not only to hear not what they already know, but to explore what they are still learning. Maybe the right question at the right time can change everything. And now, here's the host of the Better Questions Podcast, Kevin Hoey.
Brian Martin is on the pod. We're talking life. And yeah, so we got into a chat last week and we were talking I think we were talking, you had to listen to some of the pods and you're like, I would love to talk faith with you. And then we started talking theology. I'm kind of bringing the audience along for the journey. And it sounded something like you're committed to being a great dad and you're getting a lot of pressure from your family that because you're not married, somehow you're. Yeah. So
it basically started because my girlfriend now, I had not been with super long. Maybe probably been together a year and a half total, and we have a 4-month-old together. So my family has always, not always, but ever since they were she got pregnant, they were throwing the questions like, is she gonna keep working or what are you guys gonna do? Just this huge ordeal, and then. Now it's they don't shun me, but they definitely make it known is she going back to work? She going back to work? And no, I don't want her to go back to work. I want her to stay at home and raise children.
Yeah, we were talking about, so you want to provide for her and your family thinks that they think less of you and less of her because that's what you want to do, eh?
Yeah, I don't think they think less of, maybe, yeah. I just think it bugs them to a point because a lot of females in my side of the family were bosses that they worked hard and were successful.
So it's super interesting. Sorry if I already belabored this with you, but I'm doing that man inquiry and what is a man supposed to be, and it's so fascinating. I know I talked to you about my other buddy that he was bitter and resentful because his lady's not working, and then I was bitter and resentful because my lady is working, right? She doesn't want to have kids because she's worked, and it's this game of yo-yo. It's just interesting as a society that we come to this belief, so I work, so she should work. And it's interesting because your family I think, has well intentions, right? They want what's best for you and they're trying to be protective of you. And you feel ostracized and isolated by them, right?
Yep.
So where does that shake out today? Is there anything meaningful to dive into? I mean, have you found a piece about it?
I mean, yes, because I think they kind of realize what I'm doing and that she's not going to go back to work. And I mean, it's bigger. I guess the bigger thing I want to talk to you about with listening to your buddies is what a man's supposed to be nowadays.
I have my version of it, right? I think everything you're doing would embody what a man is protecting and providing for his woman so that she can, raise the kids, not alone per se, but it's you go out and the proverbial slay dragons, go beat. I love that. I think that's awesome. And I don't have they call them boss babes, right? I don't have any issue. I don't know if you listen to that one, but I have no issue with that. But I'm a leader of leaders is something I tote. I've led Marines, I've led a company and all this. And if you gave me 100 kids and they said, what does it mean to be a man? I'd say, look, it's taken a lot of different forms. I'm not comfortable. Brian, I'm not comfortable to say, so I can give you my answer, but so I'm leading this inquiry to find out from women is what do they want, what actually, what is.
And I feel
important?
I feel that's changed so much in the past 10 years. I feel the big movement on women being bosses has really messed up the men. I feel men aren't as manly anymore.
Well, toxic masculinity, we'd have to own that we were maybe too aggressive before. And then I'm going to call it chronic femininity, which is this need no man idea. I'm not saying good or bad, but generally it's putting men in a confused state, I've I don't know if you've heard this lecture from me, but we're simple, dude. We want to be appreciated and we want to bang. We want to have sex. I don't know why that is. We're simple ogres.
That's
we're really good if you want a war. But that's the thing that I have. When I'm what is a man? It's easy to talk about in today and say a man. But say the Chinese are coming, the Russians are coming, or the cartels are coming, it's like you're going to really miss aggressive and dominant and strong men. Right? You're
Yes.
going to miss that when it's time, when they're coming over here to rape and steal our children and our women. Like, if that were to come to the end of time, or, say the apocalypse happens, it's like,
Yeah.
our job, because, and have you ever heard the saying, like, hard times make hard men make good times make weak men. I totally butchered it. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I've never heard that one.
All right, let's not booger it. It's like one of my Marine buddies. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times.
Oh, geez.
I'll say it one more time. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times, right? It's like kind of the circle, just like the circle.
Yep.
It's a great quote, but like, yeah, that's where we're at,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's changing, man. I think it's changing. I think women are frustrated, rightfully so, but like, I don't know. Did I give you the analogy? Like, I used to be a guy that if a woman was lifting her suitcase, I would grab it. I would always hold the door. I still hold the door, but like, dude, nowadays,
You can't do that.
yeah, you go lift a suitcase, you might get an earful, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, no wonder boys are confused.
Exactly. And like, I've even got like ugly looks that like, it's just me. Like I walk into a gas station, there's somebody behind me, male or female. Like I hold the door open and it's just like, I get dirty looks sometimes. It's like, okay. Like,
I do think I would say this, and I'm pretty confident. And in college, I thought there was no hope, but I think we're at the bottom of a cultural pit. Like, I think we're climbing back out. I think we've like, and I, nothing against gender indifferent people or whatever. Like, I just think this whole thing has been, I think, yeah, I don't want to chase it up back up, but like, our value of life has completely deteriorated. We don't spend any time talking about like human flourishing and benefit and our existence, beneficial existence, but we do spend a lot of time talking about the legality of killing life. And I'm not a big, like, I'm a pro-choice guy actually, but like when we as a society are trying to figure out how to terminate, I don't want to say children, terminate fetuses, and like,
Yep.
we're confused. And like, I don't know if you know this either, but like historically, the end of empires is I don't want to say always, but very statistically significantly related to when you start asking questions about gender. That's when civilizations fail. So I take great hope. I think we're going to come out of it and start talking about things that matter. But your question, I don't know if you catered it to me or you were genuinely curious, but it's very timely. It's something I'm really trying to dig into.
Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah. I'm getting to a point where it's hard at times with all that. And then I feel like social media has a huge issue with this as well. Like, if that makes any, well, that makes sense.
Dude.
I feel like social media has just wrecked society to a crazy, like, I see more people sitting in their phones. I mean, people can't even drive across the street without getting their phone.
Yeah, well, I don't want to sit here and act like I got the answer for everything, but we are developing tech so that people can get their agency back and not be subjected to the algorithm and all this bullshit. So yeah, it's a big problem. I mean, I think the best thing to do is get off of it, but it's like, man, but I kind of like looking at these trucks.
Exactly. I mean, I've been telling myself, and I've caught myself a few times, like, when I lay down, I just put my alarms on, let the phone sit, and it's hard because there's times it's like, you wake up in the middle of the night, grab your phone to look. It's like, no. And
so the thing, I know you're not like looking for advice, it's just a conversation, but do you read it all?
Yes, I've actually I've been reading something you suggested to me, and then I have another buddy that just suggested a book to me about faith that I am just came in the mail today.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, you'll have to text me what you're reading, but man, I think even like listening to books versus reading them, and story and the vitality of story, and I've been reading some like really deep philosophical stuff, and it's like next level, dude. It's like next level. The art of story. It's so important, man. So I'd say like, dude, yeah, train your brain that way. And the other thing I'd get is a journal. It's nice to write down. And
I've been severed. We were talking about something else a little while ago, and you told me just any idea I have, start writing it down, or anything that makes me upset or whatever, is write it down. So I have been
I did too. I couldn't remember. Yeah, dude, it's like I gave you the whole like taking yourself out of your life and being the observer of your life. I shared that
Yep.
already.
Yep.
Yeah, dude,
Yep.
it's so huge, man. And McConaughey's big on it. He's one of my favorites. That's the other thing. Like when we do social media, is like paying attention to who we're paying attention to. And like I think McConaughey, like I call him the good guys. It's like is he one of the good guys? Like but McConaughey's got a journal, and like it's such a good. Yeah, it's such a good
Yeah.
practice, man. I'm stoked. I know that our mutual friend is also stoked. Like I haven't spoken to him, but he's probably more stoked than I am. But it's
I mean,
super cool
I had a
to be
good
having.
like
What'd you
hour and
say?
a half conversation with him this past weekend. It was just about everything. I mean, it was life, faith, current projects. It was great. And it just
Yeah, he's one
it's
of
amazing
he's
to
one
have
of
people like that.
he's one of the best I know. I always brag on him, but like there's good guys, and then there's him.
Yep.
He stands on clouds for me. I think he's such a gem. I hope he
Yep.
listens to this. He's not listening to my shit. We'll have to give him shit for that.
Well, I'd have to say you are as well. You definitely
Hey, I appreciate
helped me
that.
out quite a bit.
What else is meaningful? Anything you're wrestling with? Like, and I appreciate you coming on and being
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the story. I think it's really helpful for guys wrestle. We're all wrestling with the same stuff, and we're always taught to. That's another thing that's made us like we need to we need to get in touch with our emotions. That's actually
Yep.
masculine. But
Yeah. Well, going back to we're like going huge circles here, but stay-at-home mothers, like it's almost made it hard for the average guy to do that as well.
oh, it's a disaster. Well, and so you, yeah. One, I would say my first thing is, and not my first, but one of the things I really like. I think we treat single mothers poorly, like awfully. I
Yes.
think those of us men that are capable, like we should, like that there's this idea that multiple wives is gross, and I'm not saying that it is or isn't, but like we think of that as a predatory, like he's trying to have sex with. It's like, and I talked to an Islamist dude. If you go deep in the podcast, I think it was Ahmed. Like he talked about it. It's like that is actually like you saying, "I will take care of you." Right? It's like I don't want you on the streets, and like I don't know if we could just stop being sexual about everything. It's like we don't take care of our single mothers for shit.
No.
Like they gotta go work, and they gotta. I mean, you wonder why the generate like it's so hard to be a good parent already.
Yes.
You couple that, but so yeah, getting to your thing is as a male, just like to make enough money, and that's unfortunately like, and I've been like studying this for a while. Is like the chronic consumerism, and if you're bored, like I look up on. Have you seen minimalism? The minimalist stuff.
Mhm. I don't
You
believe so.
have?
I don't think so.
Oh, look it up on YouTube, man. It's epic. All these people basically say, "Fuck this." Like, I'm not gonna. And so it's the market. Like, I'm like a deconstructed Christian, and I'm getting ready to be a deconstructed capitalist because I thought capitalism was great, but like, and I used to get really upset because capitalism didn't have any altruism to it, right? So like, it's very, very difficult in our world to go and do the right thing, right? And so a lot of these things I'm building have probably taken 5 years longer than they needed to because like you always have to have an angle and you have to figure like the whole market. It's built not to maximize human flourishing. It's not built to like it doesn't have. There's not a qualifier. So like capitalism flows to capital. So it's like you go to, so like if you solve something for somebody, the goal is always to make the most money. So you have to like actually decouple from that. So yeah, one, I'd say too much consumerism, right? Like it's like, why is inflation so bad and all that? And I haven't done the actual study to this, but like we all have phones, we all have all these subscriptions. Like watching TV used to pay for cable and that was it. Now you've got Netflix, Hulu, and ads, and YouTube, and you can't fucking watch a movie. You can't watch a movie for less than $75 a month, right?
Yeah.
So you're into your movie media consumption, which should be not monetized, in my opinion, like media. Right? That's our communication. That's how we communicate. That's how we tell stories. Whether it's YouTube, and like it's bad. I'll get it. That's for another time. But like you're into it for $1,200 if you only do one, right?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's expensive, and then we're gluttons. I'm part of it. Like I got 2 trucks. We got snowmobiles, and we got all these things, and so you should definitely check out. I think it's the middle. I just watched it actually. I'm behind. It was like 3 or 4. But these people just left their jobs, put clothes on their back, and are traveling the world, and they like speak to like their lives are like incredibly better than they were when they had all these things. Like they downsized their house. They like it's like the less you need, the more like, and the dream for everybody is to retire to a ranch and just live off the land. It's like, well, you could have skipped you could have just done that, right? And
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
but yeah, dude, we have not set the race up to make it easy to raise a family. I mean, we
No.
have,
No,
but
and it's definitely something that because I want my kids to have a great life and give them everything I can. So it's just it's a struggle sometimes.
yeah, well, we've got some other ventures that will help you break the matrix, but
Oh,
I think the like my guiding light would be like, and this is to everybody because I've often thought about that when I'm getting on this platform and all this is like, yeah, I could teach you how to be $100 million CEO. Yeah, I could teach you how to blah, blah. It's like, dude, the greatest thing I could teach people is how to not want for nothing. And like and everybody would look at me and be like, well, you have a ranch and this is like easy for you to say, and it's like, yeah, the pure joy comes when it could all be taken from you and you like know that you'd be fine in a jail cell with yourself. And like that's deep work. But the easiest way to set your life up to not want for nothing is to not want for much, right? The less like I always set myself up that like I could have a pretty good existence on 80, and that's what I paid myself for most of my life up until just this last year. It's like $80,000. I mean, was my truck paid for? Did I have perks? Yeah, but like dude, I had a lot of fun. Like it's not. You don't need more. I think the magic number is 150 grand. Like I think that's like you're coasting, but I think you can live a fine life on $80,000 and
see, and I've going back to that. I've made that before, and like I think that for years, and you can live like that, but I think you can only live like that single. If you like still have hobbies and stuff
Hey,
like that.
good pushback, and like if you're willing, dude, I would line out your finances and let me see it because I'm telling you, and you've seen how I've lived.
Yep.
I didn't. I mean, there were perks, right? My company might have bought a toy or two here or there.
Yep.
My truck was paid for, so that's a big deal. But other than that, I mean, everything for the entirety of you knowing me up until last year. I was on an $80,000 salary plus a truck paid for by the company. That's all I had.
Yep.
And so I would love to dig in. Like, I don't know if you have debt, but I really think you can live upper middle class. And I think you pushing back here is awesome because maybe I'm wrong and I'm willing to admit that. I might be missing something, a benefit I had that I don't know, but I think you can amass and I'd love to like dig in and like actually explore that. Like, what does it take to be like you're saying? And I know you. It's not like you're like go buy like a bunch of like really not like a really like you're not glamorous. So I would love to dig in on the next call. Is like let's dig into the financials on the budget in a month. And I can witness to this. All I can say is I only know my life, and I might have been drawing from something that I didn't realize or had some benefit. I'm not gonna.
It's the only way to find out about that is to dig into it and like look at it from a different perspective. Like
well, and I'm curious to do it for because I know that when I say that that's an ignorant statement. It's like easy for you to say, Kevin, but I do know that my buddy on a salary, a $50,000 salary, it's normalized to 80,000. He's a pastor, right? And he's on the pod. He'll be on again. Has made himself a millionaire by investing and by taking risks and like. So, like, I know it can be done. I'm not saying it can be done for everybody. His risk tolerance is extremely high, but like, and his wife is not working, and they do that all literally on a pastor, like a true pastor, not the growth pastor's salary, and it's amazing. So, like, I would love and we don't have to record it, but I think it'd be good for the world if we did. It's like, because I can't speak. Yes. Am I a millionaire? Yes. Do I hate to even say that out loud? Yes. Do I think that I'm going to put another decimal point behind it? Yes. I have no venue to be telling people, but like I did it on a pretty shoestring budget. So if we could go put you in that class with a little tweaking, like that would be great for the world. Because I'm
1,000%
out to prove that.
Mm-hmm. I'm all for that.
Well,
so I definitely trust you and interested to see that because I mean that would benefit me like crazy. It'd be a huge help.
Yeah, man. Well, it'd be
maybe
fun.
There's something I'm doing that's wrong too. I mean, maybe I'm putting too much money towards something that I should be putting money towards something else. Like I don't know.
We're gonna find out. If you let me dig in, we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it one way or the other. But I normally say, and I don't. This is not fair. A lot of people get pissed off probably when I say this, but I normally say if you're making $150,000 or more and you're like you're not content. You either have a desire problem or you have a spending problem. That's arrogant. That's ignorant. That's not true. That's not fair. But if you let me dig in, it'd be fun. And then we can invite the audience if other people want to dig in. Cause I don't, I think you represent most people.
Yes.
And it would be, yeah, man, it'd be super informative to me. And I think it'd be helpful to the world if you don't mind doing that. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm not at that 150,000 mark. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But even where you're at today, I mean, yeah, we'll look at it, man.
Yeah.
Look at it.
For sure.
That's rad. What else is going on?
Just,
it doesn't matter.
But no, my basically, after listening to that one podcast talking about like what a man is, like it kind of just, I feel like there's so many different changes that have happened in the world that, I mean, my outlook on it is you provide, buy a place to live, your wife, girlfriend makes it a home, you raise your kids. Like it's just I feel like it's almost old school now.
Yeah, and I identify that as the traditionalist worldview, and I think it's making a comeback, Brian. I mean, yeah. I do, and I
hope so.
The other thing is, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Like we looked around at some point back in the day, right? We looked around and like we had reduced women to unworthy of working or whatever, and then when we fixed that, because like the other side of this is there's billionaire women that I'm like.
There are some women that are like go-getters and are like great at what they do. Like I'm not saying that.
Yeah, it's just going to be if they want to be led. Like most women I talk to want to be led. They do. Whether they say they do, and it's like, well, that you've made it very hard. You know, if you're at that tier, it's like there's a small group of men that can like securely and comfortably like lead you, and so that's where you know being fiercely independent. I mean, it's good. I mean, because they don't need anyway. So I just think I think we overcorrected, right? Like I think we overcorrected, and it's like. Are we better or worse when the nuclear family was protected? I think when men were abusing women and they didn't have rights and all that shit, like I don't think we want to go back to that. But I think
absolutely not.
I think a partnership where a man provides and protects and goes to work and a woman keeps the home, man. I think it's awesome. And look,
the family makes the house a home. Like
that is not the relationship we have. My wife works probably harder than me, and it's like. Everybody figures it out. I don't think there is a right way.
Yep, but I mean, there's not a right or wrong answer. It's what you want to do with your life. I mean, what it comes down to, it's just you shouldn't frown upon people that have a different view or different want. Is what.
No, and do you think though? I don't think your family's frowning upon you. I don't
think they're frowning on me, but I can definitely tell, like, because like what I used to do. I used to, come out by you snowmobiling. I can't do that anymore, really. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But are you okay with that, or do you feel like you're overinvested?
No, I feel like. Do I miss it? Yeah, it's fun. But I get to see it on social media and stuff. But there's no better feeling than like coming home to a home cooked meal and seeing my baby. Like that will take any hobby or.
Well,
that,
dude.
Or what are you? I guess what are you saying? Like.
Oh, I'm not saying anything. I think, dude, you've just demonstrated how simple life can be if you make it. You're like, you just said, and I think, dude, there's this like romantic moment in one of my buddy's lives where he gave it up. He's like, and he like went through a fantastic year of self-discovery, and like, he was a maniacal, just like me. Like, and I'm the same. I can share this for myself as well. Like, dude, if I didn't get 30 days on my dirt bike and 20 days on my snowmobile, inverted, whatever, is like, I was upset. Now, dude, I've ridden 4 days this year, and every day has been a blast, and I love it. Yep. And all that I did was like that. Dude, when you have a passion like that, and I'm not saying they're bad, but like when you've made that an idol, right? And getting into the biblical tenets, and it's like that is where you're running to hide from yourself. And like, so, dude, for a guy, if you said to me, there's this guy that gets a snowmobile and he takes like 5 trips a year and he gets 20 days and he's from Wisconsin and he thinks that I'm effed up because I just look forward to going home and being with my girlfriend and my daughter in a home cooked meal, I'm like, that guy's got some work to do. It's on him, right? It's on him. It's not to say passions are bad, man, but like
I still have passions. Like I didn't give up my other expensive hobby yet. I don't think I will, but I had to pick between two of them, and the one I can bring the family with, and it's something we can enjoy all together and sit out in the water. And to me, that's more enjoyable, bringing everybody with. and I go out riding out west, it's me and the boys going out and ripping. And I just feel like there's a lot of risk with that too. Like the mountains are scary; they're not something to mess around with.
Yeah, man, and I'd say like, when you're getting inputs, it's like you take them and you take them and you're like, I'm happy and you're upset. I mean, you just, there's people that are going to give you good counsel, and then there's people that you kind of got to be like, I don't know where you're coming from, but like, I'm happy. Why aren't you? Why can't you see that I'm happy? And like, I think a lot of the times, and this is good actually. Like I told you, like kind of how I deconstructed my faith, dude. It bothers the shit out of people that I don't like. I don't worship the way they do anymore. Like my whole faith tradition's changed, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And I'm not saying that it's jealousy, but like we as humans don't do different well, right? Like if you believe in Allah, you don't believe in God, and you're scary to me. You're a threat. We respond out of threat, and so it's like Brian's not riding a snowmobile anymore. Like, I don't really understand you. We don't have like share. It's like, was our relationship a derivative of like that, or like
Yeah.
what's the problem?
Yep. And see, I have family that's kind of like that. Like, oh, you're giving that up? Like, why'd you give that up? Like, maybe you shouldn't have had a kid then. It's like, what? Like, what do you mean?
Well, have you said affirmatively, like, dude, I'm so much happier. Like the
Oh yeah.
nothing, and
Yep.
they like, are they trying to? How do they respond to that? Are they like great? Like, do they? That's
They're like,
interesting.
oh, that's you should have kept riding. Like, it just stuff like that.
Dude, but and I don't blame that person, right? Like I get it.
No.
Like I used to be that guy. Dude, I used to get so upset when people wouldn't come and like it's like, why don't you want to ride your dirt bike? It's like, dude, they don't want to ride their dirt bike. Like they don't need that doesn't yeah.
Yep.
Here's dude, I think you're on a path that very few people find, and it's like a very, very abundant path, not in the typical like wealth, it's like freedom.
Yep.
You're free of debt to society. Now the trick is a lot of people are going to condemn it, and like you just I don't think it has to change the relationship. Like I think the thing that I would caution you against is like fleeing, and I think that's an easy. It's like I'm not going to be around people that don't like support my lifestyle. It's like I don't think they mean to not support your lifestyle, right? And so that's where I would just remain with them and like be compassionate. Is like you
Yep.
find peace in this world that they have not found, and maybe by way of your joy, it might be infectious to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's another thing too. Going back to social media, is I went through probably a month before I had my kid, and just if I haven't talked to you or like you've been negative towards me in the past life or whatever, like this life, I just deleted them. They don't need to see anything about me or my family I'm building. Like it's just, I went from having 2,000 people on Instagram to like 40.
Good for you, bro.
And that's just been something that I've been working for and like trying to get off social media. But like, I don't know, Marketplace gets me every now and again because I like finding deals and looking at trucks and everything else.
Yeah, dude. I would tell you like, and there's gonna come a day where I'll be like, hey, remember when I told you this was happening? But like, there's a lot that people have to learn from you. So don't like, I'd get out of the imposter thing, and I'd get out of this like kind of this inferiority complex. And I'm not saying you have it, but it's like you're definitely qualified to lead people, particularly men, particularly boys. And like, I would just say like just listening to you, like there's a lot of people that have more, like they're ahead of you in the proverbial rat race, right? They're making more money, they're having more fun, but like you're going to be a much more joyful. I can almost guarantee that a lot of people I know that are ahead of you in that race are like way behind you in the wellness race.
Yep.
What even is the wellness race, dude? What even is it? Nobody even knows. Like, but you have a lot more to teach than you think, dude. That's like really cool.
Yeah. That makes me feel great. That's it's just trying to be the best human you can. And I don't know. Every day is a blessing to be here, and you just got to do what you love. That's my family.
So powerful, dude. I don't think you have any idea the wisdom that you're spitting right now. That it's so elusive for a lot of people. So I would tell you that don't F the naysayers, but like let them be, and then find compassion. It's like the inquiry about like I'm thinking of this Avatar, the guy that's like giving you, and dude, 2 years ago I would have been that guy. Like, and our buddy, I remember, I hope he listens to this, but like. Coming into last winter, I was like, dude, I don't know I'm going to ride when I ride, and I'm not going to be so obsessive with it. And he goes, we're on the phone. Like, it's probably November. We're getting ready for season. We're, riding.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, dude, like, do we need to talk to somebody? Are you feeling okay? And now he's not riding at all. He didn't ride it. And it's like, anyway, everybody's got their vices.
And it's crazy you bring that up because last year was my last year out west, and I didn't even ride. You two went out, and I was like, whatever, I'll hang out. And that would have been my last time riding. But I remember sitting on the couch and having the same conversation. Like, that guy was saying, like, oh, we need to ride this many days, get this done. And it's just crazy what a year does and how much people grow in a year.
Well, yeah. And I think you're ahead of that curve. I mean, he and I have been doing a whole bunch of work to get here. And so you found a piece ahead of time. And I just say for both of you, if he does listen, is like, dude, if you feel like you want to go ride a snowmobile someday, it's not like you can't just come, It's like, it's not forever, but.
No, yeah. And nice thing about it is all my gear and everything's still out there, so.
That's right. Well, I'm going to start using it for my guest bag, dude.
Do it. It's in the, you know where it's at. I mean, I'd rather it be used than just sit there rotting.
Yeah, I got to set the closets up out here. Well, maybe that's what we'll do if you come out. Dude, the one thing I want to say before I let you go is just like, so you found, I feel like you skipped some steps. You found peace without maybe finding fully yourself. Like for me, I had to like really dig into my my childhood trauma and all this stuff But the moment and the opportunity for you is like these avatars, these people that are hating on you, is like to try to see them for what they're operating out of, like where they they're not attacking you to hurt you. I know that.
No.
But if you can find a very curious and compassionate disposition towards them, it's like kind of next level stuff, dude. Really. Stuff.
And I mean, I don't know how much you know about like my upbringing. Everybody has traumas. It's what you do with it. But I feel like that's half the reason I'm where I'm at, my mindset of where I'm at.
Well, because but I would love to know your story. Like, I don't. I know you, and I know you have a really good heart. And I think, I think digging into your story, it'd be really powerful, and I could share mine too. It'd be weird. It'd be a little weird for me because I don't want to put my mom and dad on blast, but like, I don't think they listen. I don't think they listen. So. Whatever.
I'm anonymous, so they have no idea who I am. So you're the one that would be throwing it out there.
Yeah, but that'd be fun. So, prep your budget. I'd talk to your lady about it too. If you're not budgeting with your lady, like, and money's a thing, like, you might want to bring her in.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, she's not working now, so I kind of taken over just like because she's had bills too. So now I'm taking over her bills and everything else. And it's just little things. I mean, she was a single mother, so she had some expenses going throughout that.
So that might be the thing, but I'd also say I know your living arrangement, bro. So you have no excuse. You could be you're doing just fine. We're gonna figure this out one way or the other.
I'm not saying like I'm it's just I don't want to. But
no, I got you. Look, it's why this is fun for me. I haven't decided. Like the first thing I want to do is put like people on a path to 150, and then the second thing I want to do is put everybody like help people find the path to 7 figures someday. And like that's not in 2 years, bro. And I think. Yeah. Anyway, so let's dig into that, and then I if I remember, I'll probably press you about like your life story. I think it's just helpful because I think a lot of people are probably going to be inspired by listening to you. It's like the dude's just happy to go home to a cooked meal and his kid. It's like everybody should find contentment in that. Like
it's crazy the feeling I get now, like leaving work because I work anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day. It's so amazing getting in my vehicle and like the drive home, how excited I get. It's like when you get in your truck to go to the mountain with your sled. It's just like I get that feeling now going home. It's crazy,
dude, bro. Yeah, don't let anybody take that from you. That's amazing. I share it in simpler things, but I'm still a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. But like I said, I only work 4 days.
Don't get me wrong. I still am too. I still get that. I still get that pounding heart rate going when I'm upside down on watercrafts and stuff like that. So.
Well, your lady's a lucky gal, and I think, dude, I think you're doing awesome in the world, and I'm just proud to know you. So thanks for coming on with me, dude.
Thanks for listening to the Better Questions podcast. If you have questions or comments on this episode, feel free to reach out to us through our website, which you'll find in the show notes below. We also have a Linktree page that lists most, if not all, of the sites that stream the Better Questions podcast, and you'll find a link to that in the show notes as well. So you can click on that, find your favorite site, click on over and subscribe, and you'll never miss another episode. Thank you for listening. This continues to be an interesting journey, and we're happy to have you along for the ride.